again, with the simple strategy, you can come into the markets each and every single day and at least attempt to try to pull cash flow out of the markets each and every single day. Now, again, before you kind of get into going down the rabbit hole of learning, X, Y, Z, and ABC when it comes to trading strategies and theories and, price action and volume and all this other stuff, focus on something that's very, very simple that you can implement a take profit and a stop loss to kind of protect yourself and manage your risk, because overall that's first things first is you need to manage your risk. You need to manage your position size, number of contracts you're trading per, what your drawdown is, whether you're trading on a personal account or a prop firm account, and then really dialing down and actually taking trades that are aligning with something very, very simple that sets up each and every single day in the market, which is going to be your strategy. Now, with that being said, the strategy that I like to, kind of go over here on YouTube, it's a 20 SMA play using either the 2-minute or the 5-minute time frame. Many of you guys who are familiar with the channel have already heard me go over it again. I want to quickly recap some of these trades that were taken off the open. Now, before I get into some of these setups, I also want you guys to start building out a plan where you create a trade window. So for me personally, it's typically between market open and around lunchtime. So being located in California, that's going to be between the hours of 6:30 and around 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Now there's a few instances where I will take trades after the lunch, but it's going to be between that 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. window. But I would say, out of a 5-day rolling span, typically, 85-90% of the time, I try to trade between market open and 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, let's go over some of these trades. You can see here when the market opens, I'm going to highlight this candle here. Market opens pushing a little bit down into the VWAP, quickly kind of, trying to attempt that flush, getting back over VWAP and closing and testing at this 20-period moving average. Now, the 20-period moving average is this white line that you see on the screen. Again, this is our reason why candle. It's a 23-point range candle here. So again, goes down into risk management and position sizing. Make sure that you can stomach the move. Now, for me personally, what I've been doing a lot of is using a 5-point take profit system. So I'm just looking for quick scalps, right? Quick hitters. I want to get in, I want to get green, and I just want to get out. And if I can, find 2 or 3 opportunities to take some trades before lunchtime, and I hit at a 65% or a 75% or an 80%, or hell, sometimes go 3 for 3, 4 for 4, I'm willing to kind of close it up. Now, there's a lot of times where you miss trades later on after lunch when the market shifts and it starts to trend in one direction. But for me personally, as of late, the less time on the screens, the less trades that I take, the better I do overall. And I'm okay with just kind of letting the gains kind of compound. Now, I'm trading 1 mini contract. I'm looking for 5 points, so it's around $100 after everything is said and done. Once I get in, commissions, fees, this, that, and the other. So if you're able to knock off 2 or 3 winning trades, it's potentially $200 to $300 in the green. Now, this first trade here does confirm, immediately kind of shoots up a 34-point range on this candle. The entry price over the reason why should have been over 19,981. This happened to be at 6:34 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, so market was open for 4 minutes when this closed and became our reason why candle. Our confirmation candle on entry was at 6:36 as soon as we broke the reason why high. Okay, so you're going to get in once we break the reason why high. Your stop loss is going to be below your reason why, or any close below the 20 SMA, and you're looking for that 5 to 10 points. Now, I tell traders 5 to 10 points depending on if you're trading micros, if you're trading minis. If you're trading minis, keep that take profit a little bit smaller because you don't need as big of a move. Maybe if you're trading micros, let's shoot for 8 to 10 points. But again, it's something for you to kind of play around with. Now, the second setup that gives us a reason why candle is at 7:02 Pacific Standard Time. However, there was no following candle confirmation. The next trade setup happens at 7:06. Didn't confirm on the following candle, but it confirmed on the one after. Now, this is a very, very tricky one because if you were looking for more than 5 points, more than 10 points, you could get caught in a very, very nasty pullback. So the high on this reason why at 7:06 in the morning was 20,024, and 4 minutes later goes up to a price of 20,030. Now, Those of you guys who trade in evolution traders are already familiar with it, but I have a hard take profit at 5 points. So it's set up in a bracket, it's set up in my ATM strategy that as soon as price action gets or ticks 5 points in the positive, it's going to automatically close that position for a gain. So very quick trade here. Just keep that in mind if you are manually trading, where you're manually entering the trade, you're manually exiting the trade, that you could potentially get caught in a little bit of a pullback here, that you could have had a very significant loss if your risk management wasn't in check. Now you do get another short position set up here, never confirms, and then we get right back to the long at 7:14 in the morning. Next candle confirms, it does pull back. You were going to be in some drawdown on this particular trade. And again, the drawdown, just to kind of give you food for thought here, if you were entering this reason why, once we confirmed here, that price would have been 20,015, and we actually pulled down and closed to around 20,010. So at one period of time, you would have been down 5 points. Now, again, that's around $100. I will reiterate, I'm running about a $250 to $300 stop loss per trade. Okay, those of you guys who have been following me for a while, you know that this hits at a very, very high winning percentage. Now we are going to take those losing trades, but we want to make sure that we're stopping when we're in the green, right? If you manage to win 1, 2, 3 trades, 4 trades, you got to stop, right? It's not something that you can just sit here and click buttons all day and try to take a million trades and make money all day. You got to get green. You got to stop. If you would have withstood the 5-point pullback here, the next candle was going to confirm, and then we do break open, you would have got your 5 points here. I don't really want to run through as many, a lot of these strategies. You can see here, this is 1 winning trade, this is 2 winning trades, this is 3 winning trades. It should be up around anywhere between $200 and $300 if you took these first 3 trades. The next trade setup here is a short. Low price was 20,001, goes down to 19,995. So you would have taken another 5 points there. This long position confirms, however, was a losing trade. So now, depending on where you're at and depending on how many trades you took, you got to be careful, because if you do take a losing trade, right, on the long position, you could potentially wipe out the last 1, 2, maybe even 3 winning trades here. So at this particular time, you could either be going back to scratch or just a little bit in the green. Now, luckily, we get another setup at 7:36 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that confirms and does give you another winning trade. Now, here's how I kind of managed how I managed that. If, let's say, for example, I took a winning trade here, I took a winning trade here, let's say I took a winning trade here, and then I lost on the long position. Okay, so now I'm back to scratch. I just gave back gains from the previous 3 trades. And let's say I get back to my short position, I will be back in the positive by $100, and I will look to take 1 more trade. Okay, so when I take that 1 more trade, if that trade loses and it sends me back into drawdown, I will stop trading on a day. I will also, if that scenario happens and I do take the winner, I will stop trading here. Okay, so those are 2 ways that I kind of manage risk. Either I look at it in a sense where, hey, you know what? I caught a lucky break here. I was able to get back to scratch and positive. I'm going to stop. Or I look at it in a sense of, if there's 1 more setup and I take that trade, if that trade wins or loses, I stop. Regardless of the outcome, I stop. So that trade would have been taken here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It does confirm. It does pull back. Again, you guys got to get comfortable sitting in drawdown. I want you guys to notice something here. We're still trading above VWAP. We're still trading above the 20 SMA, and we never closed or touched the reason why low. You're going to have to stomach this drawdown, okay? But immediately shoots back up, and you would have been able to get your take profit on this move to the upside. And this was a fantastic move, actually shooting up around 100 points, 80 points, 90 points here. You could have actually tried to hold a runner there if you're maybe holding running contracts. But again, risk management is key. Okay, emotional management is next to risk management. They work hand in hand. So control the emotions, control your risk, take your setups and trust your strategy, and continue to build day in and day out. Now, working a simple strategy like this doesn't mean that we're sitting here looking to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 trades a day. What we want to do here as a scalper using a simple strategy like this is try to win 1 or 2, 3 trades and call it quits. Okay, if that first losing trade comes and takes us either back to scratch or slightly red on the day, we need to ask ourselves the question, do I lock it up here or do I take the next setup and regardless, win or lose, lock it up from there? Okay, that's kind of how I operate, and that's what can kind of keep my days, you know, even when if I do have a red trade or maybe potentially a red day, it can keep them at bay because I'm not looking to just, I was up $300, now I'm scratch, I got to get back to $300. I tell myself, if I could just make anything on the next trade and it does happen to win, I'm going to lock it in and at least lock in that green day. Or if I take another whammy, I'm going to have to stop trading altogether. Okay, because now it's going to take me 2-3 trades just to get back to scratch. Again, that could take 1 or 2 days to happen. But the way I try to operate is any one red day, I want it to take no more than 1 or 2 days to get it back. Okay, because when you operate a high percentage win rate strategy, you can go on a run where you win 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades in a row, taking these small take profits, where you can start to eat up those losses very, very quickly and then put yourself back in the positive. Again, if you were trading early in the day and you took 1, you took 2, you took 3 winning trades, mentally you got to start telling yourself, I need to wrap it up. The more you trade, the higher the probability is that you're going to give it back. And it's not to say that you can't go back to scratch and positive later, but the more trades you take, you're just opening up and leaving the door open to take that one potential loser. So if you can get it into your system, into your repertoire, where you're winning 1-2 trades and just calling it a day and moving on to tomorrow, trying to win 1 or 2 trades, moving on to tomorrow, you'll be very, very surprised on how the small gains start to add up over the course of 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Okay, keeping those losses small. I would definitely recommend anyone who's trading a $50,000 prop firm account to keep your day's max loss around $300, even if you're trading 1 mini contract. $300 is only, you know, 2-3 trades and we're back in the positive to scratch range. I like that kind of ratio. That's kind of where I'm operating at right now. Anything over $200, $300, $400, I'm generally going to stop trading on a day. You know, sometimes I'll break it off at $100. You know, but just to keep myself green on a day. But definitely something that you guys need to play around with. I believe keep the strategy simple. Okay, you can always add new setups, you can always add new indicators, you can always grow and evolve as a trader, but in the beginning you need to get your feet wet by taking real trades and managing real risk and having a clear-cut simple system. So something like this strategy will definitely be of a benefit to get you some confidence, to get you off to the right path, and give you a little bit of a building block to kind of build your system out. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. I would highly appreciate it. Make sure to turn the bell notifications on so you get alerted on all my future and upcoming videos. And I will see the rest of you guys who decide to join Evolution Traders on the inside. If you guys are interested in signing up for a prop firm, Apex and Top Step, those are the 2 companies that I work with. Don't ask me about Fast Track. Don't ask me about MFF. Don't ask me about Take Profit. The only reason I say that is because I don't trade with those firms, so I can't give any valid, you know, context on those firms. I can only talk about the firms that I use, which is Top Step and Apex. They both have their pros, they both have their cons. Okay, I don't endorse any one company more than the other. I believe that wherever we can make money and utilize our skills as a trader to get payouts, to turn it into cold hard real cash, I believe is a great idea. So if that's, you know, one of these other firms that I did not mention, so be it, and more power to you. Again, we are all in this together, and that's to make money. So let's do that. Let's all be very supportive of one another. We're all at different stages in parts of our journey. Some of us have been doing this for a long time, like myself. And again, you know, sometimes I talk to traders, you know, offline that have been doing this triple the amount of time. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've talked to traders who have been at this 20, 25, 30 plus years. And again, I feel like someone who just barely started trading when I speak to these people. So again, everyone's at a different stage of their journey. Just keep focusing on the process. Forget about the outcome, because it's the process that's going to get you to the outcome that you want to see. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.